What's happening, guys? When you think adventure, you think Indiana Jones. The series completely reinvigorated the adventure movie genre, and none have come close to matching the magic of the original. In today's video, we're gonna count down top 15 interesting trivia from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Top 15. Steven Spielberg and Melissa Matheson wrote a script during shooting breaks on the location of this film. Matheson was there to visit her husband, Harrison Ford, and Spielberg dictated to her a story idea he had. That script was eventually called Eat the Extraterrestrial 1982. Top 14. The film was originally given an R rating because of the exploding head at the end. They didn't want the picture to be rated R, so they added layers of fire in front of his face to make it appear less graphic. Top 13. Harrison Ford actually outran the boulder in the opening sequence. Because the scene was shot twice from 5 different angles, he had to outrun it 10 times. Ford's stumble in the scene was deemed to look authentic and was left in. Top 12. During filming in Tunisia, nearly everyone in the cast and crew got sick except director Steven Spielberg. It is thought that he avoided illness by eating only the food he'd brought with him, a lot of SpaghettiOs. Top 11. The out-of-control airplane actually ran over Harrison Ford's knee, tearing a ligament in his left leg. Lucky for him, the heat had turned the rubber tires soft, so it did not crush the bone. Rather than submit to Tunisian healthcare, Ford had his knee wrapped in ice and carried on. Top 10. Alfred Molina's first credited screen role. His first scene on his first day of filming involved being covered with tarantulas. Top 9. In the climax of Raiders of Lost Ark, the spirits that appear after the tomb's opening are created by shooting mannequins underwater with fuzzy lens in slow motion to achieve that ethereal quality. Top 8. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the only Indiana Jones film to have been registered in National Film Registry by the United States Library of Congress. Films are chosen for being culturally historical. Top 7. To create the Well of Souls scene, the crew required 7,000 snakes. The only venomous snakes were the cobras, but one of the crew members was bitten on set by a python.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Top 6. George Lucas had the idea of Indiana Jones about the same time he came up with the idea for the Flash Gordon-type space story that became Star Wars, Episode 4: A New Hope. Top 5. Harrison Ford himself did the stunt work for the scene in which he is getting dragged behind the truck. He sustained several bruised ribs from the stunt. Top 4. Initially, George Lucas created Indy with the name of Indiana Smith, but Steven Spielberg didn't like using the name Smith and convinced Lucas to make the surname Jones instead. Top 3. Producers limited the on-screen blood from gunshots during the truck chase by using fine red dust instead of liquid fake blood. Unfortunately, the only red dust available for the squibs was cayenne pepper, which caused a lot of suffering for the stunt crew. Top 2. The lead villain in any of the films isn't killed by Indy. It is always the treasure itself or greed for said treasure or its powers that accounts for their deaths. Top 1. Freeze framing during the Well of Souls scene. You can notice a golden pillar with a tiny engraving of R2-D2 and C-3PO from the Star Wars saga. Hope you guys liked our picks. Let us know in the comments.